got no money when you need money.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Today, two NFC clubs going head-to-head, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Carolina Panthers. Ready for football now from sunny North Carolina. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Young wasting no time, right to the air. Got his man, it's Jonathan Mingo. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Mingo, 70 yards. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2.
52 blaster.
That's caught at the 1. And he will get in to make it 8-0. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1, made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt, and it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there, and they did it successfully.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Prescott to throw it. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this curve. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there, because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Panthers' 21-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks from 21 yards away. And the Cowboys have cut the lead back down to 2. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy for that one.
First down throw for Young. Open man is Mingo, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. That is caught by Thielen. Touchdown, Carolina. Adam Thielen, 35 yards. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead. Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's up and good. That pushes the lead now to 15-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
That's right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst, 46 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, It's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A second down throw for Prescott. That's dumped off to Poe. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10. The play fake. Now Young. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Here we go.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. He completes this one to Mingo. He's across midfield. Nice move. Yeah, he will go out right near the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
The kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Young off the play fake. Thomas brings it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Someone moved, flag is out, that's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Looking to throw. Prescott. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing. Prescott. That is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They try to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
And that's a pressure right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Throw a fastball. But that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Dancing to his left. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready.
It's Young off play action. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Third and short yardage, Young. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Jonathan Mingo with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Panthers...
You gonna keep playing?
No, if I lose and my winning streak over, I'm getting off. But if I push it to 13, if I get to 13, then we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it a day.
Can you give me the remote? And I really do like my practice. trainer. Okay. And we have a surprise for y'all for tomorrow's lunch. Y'all want to know what it is? The same thing. I'm going to try that tuna sandwich tomorrow. So what I actually had earlier was...
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from uptown Charlotte.
Oh, they ain't had no meat.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team to just score their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Devin Duvernay now returning to the end zone, and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jackson looking to throw right away. Flush to his right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. And that is something that we just saw there that you obviously have to be prepared for when you try to defend Lamar Jackson. That likely will not be the last time that we see him take off.
I love your language there, partner. You have to be prepared.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Come on, baby. Can't drop that.
Well, that's not the way you want to start a first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not
he
the
got
way
off the
you want to
gate
get
because he
things
got
started.
off.
Got to shake that
That's why I
off
say
and
this
get going.
nigga done got off. I knew he was so tired though.
Miles Sanders.
Come on, man, get that block.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. They go play action. Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And an official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Young on first down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Piñeiro now to add the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. And after all that, they're going to start out with unbelievable field position on the return. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys stepped up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. A short one there, caught by Likely. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They gave up the completion there, but this is what some defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. First down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown. Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across.
I wouldn't be giving money away. I'm talking about my immediate family, which is bigger. Well, no, it's about the same.
Even territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On play action, Young. And Thomas has it. And he gets it inside the 30.
What the fuck is this?
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers. Their 1st down here.
I don't know what this cousin gonna do. If I don't trust her.
Just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
You don't know what his cousin is. Come on, man.
Sea of defenders had intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety made it. And he'll learn.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There gotta be a reason.
To hold the safety, and you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
Okay. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll get 5 out of the scramble at second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays.
Closets or cross spaces or any where you can get locked in. Because I think his grandpa used to lock him in the basement whenever he'd get really fucked up. Where's my help? Sorry. Time's up. Are you fucking serious? That's fucking attractive, you little piece of shit.
He must be a newbie.
Thanks for the time.
They avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Look, whole show.
Now 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. On target to his man, likely. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. From the gun, Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Come on, set. Ready?
The play fake, now Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Young. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Things definitely going for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs. Continue.
A give running left. It's Sanders. Able to avoid him. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. From the red zone now, Young. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Ravens' 14-yard line.
Looking to throw, Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Mingo, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers continue to pull away here in this first half. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Oh. I said, oh.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Von Bell. He's to the 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Here's 3rd and 3. Jackson escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And some room to run now. Down the left sideline. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, Young. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Young off the play fake. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chubb. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need a touchdown.
Jonathan Mingo with his second touchdown here.
And he done came back to school just to play this game or whatever. And the reason why he came back is that we don't know a lot yet. All we know is during one of the games, his sister got hurt, so his sister's paralyzed now. And so not only is he back because of the money, because he want to help his sister, but I think he also trying to figure out what really happened to his sister and who did it.
And the Panthers continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Sorry, that's one thing you need to know, too. The way she got immunity is because during the first game, I think it's like 6 or 8 games that they play in total. And, of course, the person that got the most points is the one that wins. Of course, they don't want people not supposed to die. Whoever got the most points or whatever. But anyways, during the first game, that's when her mama had stolen money. She had told her, they best friends, she's been telling her not to play the game for years. And this is the first year the light skin girl, like, she gonna play the game because she wants the money. Her family already well off in life. The white girl family is poor. Obviously, her mama stole the money. And her mama snort powder, everything. Or whatever. She got a little sister. But anyways, okay, during the first game,
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital in FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one in the NFC, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Washington Commanders. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the rolling play. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
Gibson, the ball carrier. He was brought down by T.J. Johnson.
Now running right on the option. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., 48 yards. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0.
I smoked way too much cigarettes today.
To the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now a first down throw for Young. He's got Mingo. And a good job there getting to him quickly after the catch as he's brought down right at the midfield stripe. Young now from the 50. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They just got to go seize it.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Howell throwing on third down here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out? And giving the ball back to their offense.
Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Midfield inside the 45. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Young going to move him around. Here's Young throwing on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
But it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
In motion right is Mingo. option on second down. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Young on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Young to throw on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Commanders come through with a fourth down stand. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They'll go again with Gibson. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with Gibson. And he will have a first down here about the 40. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup. 2 minutes on the clock. Second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. This time they'll throw it with Howell. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Howell sliding down, and he picks up the first on that play. And the offense moving quickly to the line. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. On third down, here's Gibson. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades. A 63-yard attempt. Slide able to put this one through. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one
attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. And Young's throw there incomplete. 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Off play action. It's Howell. Rolling to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. One last shot before the break. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 3rd and long for Young. They let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Now Young on 4th down. He completes this one to Mingo. And break away. They stop him a few yards shy. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Back to throw, Howell. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And Howell will throw it. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Second down, Howell now. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's a give to Gibson. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
4th down, Howell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Panthers will get the football back. On play action, Young. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Carolina. 54 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Running right, here's Sanders. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Young. Hard throw, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
So let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
They'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Drop behind the line on a nice play by Deion Jones. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Panthers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. 2nd and 15. Now here's Young. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Washington on 3rd down. For 3 at this point, they could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run forward with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down. The defense a little lax there. They give up 9 on 4th and 4. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Slot man moves right. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to get the football back at their own 17. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory. And you've got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Young. Pass complete. Hurst. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Here's Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel. And then
she was competing after the hurricane.
Natalie, the judges suspect that you have a special interest in seeing an
Yo.
Question, why not just take a knee there?
I wanted to say good shit, bro. Into my goddamn 13 game winning streak, bro.
Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Second and 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And got his man complete.
Good defense, man. We got the best game I done played in a long time.
Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game, but hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You absolutely
couldn't do shit, man.
Such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win, and in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon.
Rice let me down,
this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.
Thursday Night Football on Prime. It's on.
Showing out of my so focused. Yeah, winning streak over. Winning streak over. We got it to 12 games in a row.
Once upon a time, there was a murderer's son.
Look, he coming off a loss too.
In the wrong place, dumbass. Hey guys, good morning. Hey, the wealthy judge's only child. And a stranger with a plan.
So we need the order form, the cancer yearbook, and the $26 by Tuesday. By Mom?
Tuesday, got it. Once upon a time, there was a town, two teens in love, and a tragedy that ended their story. Once upon a time, there was a day.
Your coffee's getting cold.
Look at you.
Look at you.
Did you dress up for me?
I tried. Hi. Hi.
Okay, what if this is like a huge mistake? And you change your mind about everything?
I won't.
Because I could be a really terrible girlfriend, you know? Or you could go to college and you could fall in love with someone else.
Don't do that.
What?
Don't do this whole thing where you start like predicting things and then telling yourself that we're gonna end a certain way, because all you're gonna do is predict an ending. It's gonna be super sad when it can be really happy.
Okay. Fine. I do need your advice on something though.
Shoot.
I think people are placing bets on Panic. I found this on Luke's boat. I think he came back into town to fix it. He sure as hell won't let Dodge win. Especially after
We can't get off with a loss. So
What do you mean?
go ahead.
Do you
Start
remember
another
about
streak
Luke's
up.
comments were like,
Yeah.
it was Dodge's sister, Dana.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First play, and Young is going to throw it. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let him go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
On second down, Young again. Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. Over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. Loose inside the 30. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. From the red zone now, Young. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Going to the, and they will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And way up past the 35 before it's taken down. All the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run straight ahead with Hill. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They go play action with Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got it at the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 33 yards that time.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw is Jackson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amari Barno.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resilience.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Chark, 70 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking. This guy getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get... Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 15. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Ready? On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Young will set to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
They'll roll him out right. He's got Mingo. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Ready. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Young. He completes this one to Mingo. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Sanders. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's a 2nd and 5. The slot man in motion right. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
It's Young off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Young, he's going to change it up.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Sanders, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Again, it's Edwards. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now Jackson on 1st down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Troy Hill picks it, and the Panthers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Final play of the half, Young.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And this is caught at the 20. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Report.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Jackson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson on the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Play action. Now Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Ready?
Now Young running the option left. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young, 82 yards. And the Panthers extend their lead yet again. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Jackson. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Now 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
From the gun, Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. 55 yards. And the Ravens are able to at least get 1 score back. Tucker with the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it, Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30. 78 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
In motion right is Mingo. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here is 3rd down and 4. On play action, Young rolling to his left. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the 2nd half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect 2nd half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the 2nd half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the 1st.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Tucker now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So there will no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And Young's going to throw it here. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Now a 1st down throw for Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun. But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Tucker now to add the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll air one out deep for Mingo. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy